define myself as ambitious. Young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it. Don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted. Flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see a three-time Pro Bowler, Derek Carr, leading the... From a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Derek Carr is set and ready to roll as he leads the Raiders out onto the field. Carr in his sixth season, 28 years of age, former second-round pick back in 2014, and a lot of people feel this is a critical season for Derek Carr as a Raider. Remember, there were whispers that the Raiders might be in the market for a QB in the draft. Even contemplated maybe making a run at Kyler Murray, but in the end, they stood pat with Derek Carr, hoping that he's the long-term answer. Carr now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From midfield, here's Carr. It's caught by Aguilar. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. For these Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr, the Chiefs, they have been their kryptonite in the AFC West. With Derek Carr as a starter, just 2-8. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Deshaun Hand make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Carr. It's a screen to Richard. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
No, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. A look there at how the Raiders will start defensively. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test, going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Williams. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there. Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Rush in. Hey, 43, 43, 15, yellow, 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 yellow.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that,
and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hit.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
You see me? They can't stop me.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none, because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Down. 180. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Check, 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 check.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Carl Nassib there on the tackle. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd down, Williams. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. Now Williams. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. And the Raiders have got him. Malik Collins. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Buying time to his left. And he finds a man. That's Watkins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Don't forget, later tonight, Sunday Night Football, we've got the Pats and the Texans from NRG Stadium in Houston. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, it's supposed to be really cold up in Seattle as we've got the Vikings and the Seahawks from CenturyLink Field at 8:15 Eastern. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We got this.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right now. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. There he goes, right side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go, D.
Now Carr. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
We got 4.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. And quickly, they get to the line. Mahomes going to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the 2nd quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go through some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
Quarterback, don't get nervous.
On 2nd and a couple. Carr nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr completes it to Jason Witten. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on first down is Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 53. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Nassib able to record his 5th sack of the season. On second and a long way to go. Mahomes forced out to his left. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And got his man complete. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there for KC. 85 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field. Working from the gun, Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You going to yell at me? You go cover him.
They'll look to run for it with Williams. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us. And they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, could also result in a melee later, though. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
You better be afraid of me.
On play action, now Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 20. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question is, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your pro? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much.
And he's into the clear. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 93 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. That's a tough combination to defend. You know, Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field. So you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him. And he did there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? Because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. Here's Carr, the open man here, Renfro. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
This fielded at the 2. He had a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now here comes Kansas City. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really...
And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Maurice Hurst able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive.
He's got him in. Complete. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 68 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas City. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As his guys continue to pour it on. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out come the Raiders. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfro. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the draw, Richard. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Carr. And that's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership.
Still nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
we've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Allen on to punt as he gets this one away.
Running into the kicker, defense.
Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another fourth down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 42, Mike 42. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42.
From his end zone, Mahomes on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. He tried to heave it from his own end zone, and the danger, it reared its ugly head.
We have seen those plays work out successfully before. You take the shot, try and gain some yardage. Sometimes you fool them. Not in this case, though. Tried to get it deep downfield. Gets it picked off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And on the left side, he's got Witten. A very solid gain of 27. The last time we saw Jason Witten on a football field instead of the broadcasting booth was, of course, 2 years ago, 2017. He had 63 catches, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. It was his 11th Pro Bowl that season for a man who came into the league back in 2003. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Throwing now is Carr. And his pass incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing again on second down. Carr, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love. Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. The throw complete here to Williams. There he goes left side. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken in at the 1. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Check. Fresno. Mike 42.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 62 yards. Flush to his right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again, eluding the pressure right. Bears it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points